So here it is, the long awaited by like 2 people birthday video. I didn't get a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot to show, and I don't necessarily want to seem like I'm showing off because there isn't really anything to show off. Not that I'm ungrateful, but you know, like, but you know, a few people asked. So again, why not? So yeah, it was my 18th birthday. Yeah. And it was pretty good. My birthday was last Thursday on the 26th. And I didn't do a whole lot. I had to work that day, but after work I did go out with my family, my parents and my sister. And then that coming Sunday is when I actually had my birthday party at my grandparents' with everyone there, you know, my cousins and my aunts and uncles, which majority live in that house anyway, so it's you have a lot of people regardless whether you invite them or not. And also my friend, that was, you know, fun. It was actually it's kind of funny. So how do I explain this? So my grandparents, I've only gone like once, and that was like 3 years ago probably. It was like in 2023. At this like little Italian restaurant. I don't know if they do it anymore, but they had like a bingo night every like Wednesday. And so my grandparents would go, typical old people thing, and then they would bring like my cousins. Most of the time it was like the younger ones, like my sister and my other cousin. But I did go once. And the guy that does bingo there, I guess they like got to know, and so they invited him to the party and we played bingo. And that was kind of a surprise, but it was quite fun. So yeah. But yeah, enough rambling. Let's begin. So you might see back here this thing. My grandma got this. It's not a real record, like you can't play it, like there's no real grooves or anything. But she got this and had everybody sign it for me, which is kind of cool. And it's got this little stand thing, and so I just put it up there. So yeah, oops. So yeah, that's nice. Anyways, next thing is this, which I'm actually wearing right now. I don't even know what it's called. This lipstick thing, the color is called Cherry on Top. My sister got me it. Did I say that already? I don't even know. And I really like it. I was like, wow, thank you, this is really nice. And next, so when I went out with my family, it was a joke first. I joked with my mom. I was like, maybe I should just like go to Build-A-Bear or something for my 18th birthday, because I like went in there. Who was I with at the mall? It was either my cousin or a friend. And we like just went in there to look, and I was like, oh man. Cause I have a few Build-A-Bear bears from when I was younger. So I like joked with my mom, and I guess she took it seriously, because then she was like, okay, so you like want to go to Build-A-Bear for your birthday? And I was like, oh, well, I was kind of joking about that, but I didn't really know what else to do, so I was like, well, you know what? Yeah, I do. Why not? And this is what I got from Build-A-Bear. They had a capybara, and I was really unsure at first, because I was like, I already have 2 capybara plushies already, and a capybara like stress ball thing, and these little capybara figurines, and this like, not wind up, but like kind of like that capybara where it will literally walk. My sister got me from like a field trip one time, but I just couldn't resist, and he's so soft and so cute. Oh my gosh, it is really raining. And yeah, he's just the best. I got him this little birthday hat, and I love it so much. And his name, so this was hard because I am not good at coming up with stuff on the spot like that, and I was like, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, but then I just had an epiphany. It just came to me, and his name is Signor Cappy. And I don't think I've ever come up with a better idea in my life. And fun fact actually, when I went to Build-A-Bear for the first time when I was really little, I got this bunny, stuffed animal, and I guess I still couldn't come up with any good name then because I just named her Bunny Girl. That was her name. And they actually still have, it's probably been updated a little bit, but like mostly looks the same. They still have a bunny like that. It was like brown, kind of light brown. And I debated getting that, but then I was like, oh, I don't know. And also at the mall, this wasn't really a gift, so we stopped at this like, I don't know, is it like, I don't know if it was like Japanese or Korean, like one of those kind of like Asian kind of type stores where they have all the snacks and all the different, you know, trinkets and stuff, which are always really fun to go into. And it actually said on a sign that you could get a free little like blind box, I think that's what they're called, where you like open the box and it's like a surprise kind of toy thing for your birthday. And so we asked, and you had to like sign up for their like app or whatever, I guess. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So I got a free little thing, and what I decided to get was these cats in boxes. And the one I got, there's this really cute little orange and white cat. I love him. He's adorable. I don't know what the point of these toys are, but it's so funny. I love it. And so now, so those are the things I got on my actual birthday, besides this thing. But, now here are the few gifts I got from, like, other people. Again, it was mostly money. I don't like getting money as a gift because, one, you know, it's not as exciting. I kind of like to open things, you know, like, you know, get a bag or a box. And also, I just never spend it. I forget about it. I forget about the money, and it just sits and accumulates. And I guess that's good in a sense, but it's also like, no, because then I never get the things I really want, even though, like, even if I have the money for it. I don't like making the decisions. So, starting with this, my grandparents, besides just doing the whole party, they got me a few lottery tickets, which was actually my plan. I was gonna go and like buy a few myself, but they got me some, which I guess whatever. And it's also kind of a, not joke, but like running thing. My grandpa always buys lottery tickets. I mean, for 40 plus years. I truly do think it is rigged, because the fact that he hasn't won anything when he literally buys them, I mean, he's been buying them for so long. And, like, so, you know, it's kind of a thing in the family, I guess. So, yeah, they got me those. I scratched one, didn't get anything. So, I think there are 4 of these left, yeah. So, if I just disappear one day, you know what happened? Probably ran off with my $1 million and never told anybody. And after that, is the one thing that I did actually like ask for, because one of my aunts and uncles, one pair of them, I guess, there's multiple, they are in Japan right now, so they couldn't come to my birthday, but they did ask what I wanted, and got me a gift before that. But then I was like, well, you guys gotta bring me back a souvenir from Japan. I mean, like, come on. But it is an album. This is Siouxsie and the Banshees. Juju. I don't know why I said it like that. It's just more fun that way. This has been on heavy rotation lately, so that's why I wanted it. And it did not disappoint, which I don't know why it would, because I already knew it didn't. But yeah. Here's inside. I love her makeup. I wish I was good at makeup. I wish I could do cool stuff like that. But I can't. I did go through, I think everybody did. You know, in 2020, like, everybody was wearing eyeliner in 2020. you know, everybody was cutting bangs and doing that like 2020 eyeliner, you know? It just has a specific look. I don't know. If you know, you know, but it just did. And I attempted it for like a week at least. And I messed up so many times that wiping it off my eyes, I kid you not, I literally like rubbed the skin raw and it like burned so bad for a while. It was bad. And at that point, I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. I give up. It was very painful. And in 2020, I also did get bangs. I didn't cut them myself. My grandma did it, and she was a hairdresser at one point, so she cuts my hair still now. Yeah, I'm not going to show any pictures of that because I don't want to. And most of the time, so I had bangs here, I had glasses here, and then most pictures from then, you know, were wearing like masks and stuff, so you could hardly see my eyes or anything because you got mask here, glasses, and then bangs, which I always had them kind of, they weren't super short. I wanted them long, you know, sort of, but they were straight across. And so, you know, it's not my proudest moment, although I do not regret the decision because I did end up like starting to kind of grow them out where they would kind of go this way instead of just and I liked that look a whole lot better, although cutting them was always very nerve-wracking because there was a few instances where I said just a trim and they go and after a while I just stopped cutting them. So I don't even know, I think that these front pieces are still a little shorter than my actual hair here, but not by much. But at this point, I don't even know. I'm like traumatized, bro. One time when I did have bangs, my hair was pretty short. And one time, like, it was already short, okay? And I told the person, I said, I want it like here. And I kid you not, this dude gave me the Dora the Explorer haircut. Like, it was, you go up, like, it, not even, no, it was higher than that. It was probably like here. Oh God, I cried. And ever since then, I've been terrified. Anyways, that was a huge tangent that is unnecessary. Anyways, this next thing is from my friend, and she went like all out with this. Like, she was spent a lot of money on this. I was like, you did not need to get me all of this. First she got me a $25 just like Visa gift card, which is not over here, it's on my desk. And then she got me 2 t-shirts. First one is this one with, if you don't know, this is Pusheen the cat. So she was like, I know we used to like love this cat when we were younger, so she was like, I saw this and I was like, I have to get this. So yeah, I did not know they still have, I thought Pusheen the cat kind of fell off, but apparently not, because they still had a shirt at Target. Does anybody am I the only one that remembers Pusheen the cat? Like, I had the book, like all these stuffed animals, like, surely it's not just me. And then also, she said that she got me this one just because it looked cool, and I was like, you know what, that's fair. And it's just this t-shirt, if I can get it. Yeah. And lastly, this one is kind of an inside joke. She got me this bag of Lifesaver gummies because one time, first we went to the gas station and she was like, oh my gosh, these Lifesaver gummies are so good, we have to get them. And I was like, okay. So we get them, we go back to her house, and we sit in her room for a while, and I think we got 2 or 3 bags of the Lifesaver gummies. Probably 2, I guess. It was probably like supposed to be 1 for me and 1 for her, but we just kind of ended up eating out of both of them, and we like ate the entire bag, like both. Like, we ate so many, and they were so good. I haven't had them in a while, so I don't know if they will be as good as that initial time. I might have just been really hungry, I don't know. We ate them, and it was fast too. Like, I remember both of us looking at each other like, oh gosh, we just ate all those. And also that day, one of her chickens pooped on me. That was really fun. It was like freaking diarrhea. It was, I could never get the stain out of that pair of jeans. I don't really know why or how they have chickens, because like we don't live in a particularly like rural farm area, and so I guess I don't know how the neighborhood allowed it, but they I think most of those chickens died, but they do have some other ones. All right, this next gift was also kind of a joke. It was funny nonetheless. I don't really have a use for it, but it's this hoodie, and it's supposed to be for a cat. Now, if you know anything about my cat is, yeah, she's, you know. And yeah, she didn't like it. She jumped right out. It's not that deep. I feel like the pocket should be a bit deeper because, I mean, you put the cat in there. And at least my cat just, whoop. So, I held her in there for a second. We got a few pictures, but yeah, she's not using that. Lastly, this one is not really part of the gift, although I have to show it anyway because it was amazing. So my aunt, one of them, one of the many, she is an artiste, I guess. You know, she like paints and stuff. And everybody's cards, for their birthdays and for Christmas, she paints a little card for them, you know? And so, you know, most years it'll just be like a pretty flower or something that I've gotten, or, you know, it's just I'm not very interesting, so there's not a lot to put on mine. But this year, she painted my neighbor's cat, Fred, on it. Oh! And it's actually a picture. I'll put the picture up of him that she, referenced. And it's so cute! Oh! I love it! Oh! So, I've talked about him before, but our neighbors down the street, they have 2 cats. And they stay outside. They do not, like, go inside, besides, like, the garage. They keep the garage door, like, cracked just a little bit all the time. So if it is, like, really cold or something or raining, the cats can go in there. And obviously, the cats do get fed because, trust me, they are getting well fed because they are big cats. They're not fat cats, but they're large. They only got these cats because there were a bunch of snakes around their house, I think, and so people were like, it's cats and they'll kill the little snakes. I don't know. Regardless, their names are Ricky and Fred. And Fred in particular, ever since, it's been almost a year now, ever since like last May maybe, he comes every day when I go to walk to sit with me and visits, and he either waits outside or he comes and finds me, you know, from wherever he's sitting and runs out and starts meowing at me and, you know, leads me back to my house where we sit in the driveway. He's like obsessed with me. I don't know why. I don't give anything to this cat other than attention, you know, like I don't feed him. I don't bring him inside because my cat hates other cats. But he's the sweetest cat though. Like, oh, he's nicer than my cat, I'll admit. I love him. So this is just awesome. And my aunt also, I think this is like her signature. Nothing to do with the other aunt that is in Japan, but she did live in Japan for a long time and has quite a lot of Japanese friends and, you know, knows Japanese. So her art is also very inspired by that as well, and she signs it with this little thing on it. I don't know what that says. Yeah, oh my gosh, I could go on and on about Fred. He is so cute, and if you notice, that thing right there is his little bubble of drool, because he like drools when he gets really happy. Like there's nothing wrong with him, he's perfectly fine. But he just like drools. Like it's just a little, he just like dribbles. And you can like see it on the ground. And it's kind of gross because he'll like drool on my leg or something, but it's just hilarious, honestly. And yeah, that's all. Again, hope this was entertaining to you. I don't know. You know, very happy, very grateful for all my stuff. I know I haven't been posting a lot, but again, life's just kind of busy, even though it's really not for me compared to a lot of people, but it feels busy to me. And, you know, maybe it's probably this one in particular because it is such a big birthday, but I kind of get down on birthdays. Like, most people get excited. It just makes me feel kind of, you know, like, I'm happy and I'm excited, you know, like, for, like, parties and stuff, you know. But, like, I think it just reminds me of, like, the passing of time, I guess, because, I mean, my mind can't even catch up. It still feels like last year's birthday was, like, last month, you know? And so, you know, I just get kind of like, ugh. Yeah. That's the only way I can describe it. So, you know, don't really want to post videos in that kind of mood, I guess. And then, you know, I've been having some health stuff, which, you know, I have many chronic health issues, which I don't really need to go into detail here for no other reason than just because it's not very interesting. But, you know, some stuff has been kind of flaring up recently, and that doesn't make me feel very good either. I'm still doing fine. It's not like I'm, you know, it's not like anything's necessarily wrong. It's just, there's a lot. And just, you know, the fact that I am 18 now is kind of crazy to me, and it's a bit scary just because I don't necessarily feel it. I feel like I'm quite immature now, which is kind of weird because when I was little, I was always told I was a very, like, mature little kid, and I was. You know, I was always a bit more mature than everybody else. And it's kind of strange now that it seems to be the opposite. You know, like, actually my sister and me joked on Christmas because she, you know, she's 11 and she got all this, like, makeup and stuff and, like, clothes. And I'm over here with, like, the 64 pack of Crayola markers and, like, a puffer fish and, like, Legos and, like, toy things and stuff, which is kind of funny. But, you know, I've always liked that kind of stuff, and I don't feel the need to give that up just necessarily because of age, you know. But, yeah, it is, you know, it's doing things to me, you know. It's like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this. And with the state of the world how it is, it only looks like it's going downhill from here. And it's, actually, I saw a video, it was like the world when I finally become an adult, and it was like a video of, like, the earth from outer space, like, exploding, and I was like, dude, literally. But there's no point in harping on that because what can I do anyway? You know? In other news, I did finally migrate to the bottom shelf for my records. Is that crazy? It's crazy to me. And one last thing, if you do make it to the end of this video, which I feel like you probably won't, but if you do listen to me, is that I've gotten a few comments saying that from a video a little farther back, I mentioned my hyperfixation, obsession, whatever you want to call it, with The Sims, and people said they wouldn't mind, or they'd be interested in seeing videos on that. So I have actually had a few, like, fleeting ideas. I've even considered making a whole other channel just for that, because, you know, sometimes you get so many ideas and you gotta get it out somehow, and it's like, yeah, I just don't want this to stay in my notes app on my phone or something. So I've had a few ideas, but one I thought would be most simplest was doing, like, basically just, like, gameplay of The Sims 1, and in that game you can actually become famous or work your way up to being a celebrity by, like, acting or recording music or modeling and stuff like that. But I thought that might be fun to try and become, like, a famous musician in The Sims 1, because if you didn't know, The Sims 1 is notoriously very, very difficult. It'd probably take a few days and definitely over, like, a few episodes, unless I compiled, like, footage from, like, multiple days and put it all together in one video, though that might be kind of a long video. So yeah, if you but yeah, it does take a very long time because I've already tried, which I don't even think I had succeeded in reaching, like, the top celebrity level. but it takes a really long time, so it definitely would not be like a one video thing, or at least it would not be like a sit down one time thing for me. But if you are interested in that, let me know. I thought it was kind of music related in some way. And of course there's the other Sims games. Sims 2 is my favorite, although there is no celebrity fame system really. Although there is a music career that I could try to climb the career ladder to the top, or just simply play the game, because it is quite fun. And but yeah, that was kind of my idea. I don't know, it might happen. I might just upload it out of the blue and nobody will probably watch it except for like a few people, but you know. So yeah, that is all for real. Yeah.